Welcome, football fans, to the birthplace of America, the city of brotherly love. The place where you'll find the best cheesesteak made in this country and some of the best football played inside of Lincoln Financial Field. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Philadelphia Eagles. We're through the bye weeks and into the race for the postseason. Week 15 is underway on EA Sports. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air. It's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So first down from the 41. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Smith again. Hits the 20. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. Take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on an opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check. 60 Bison. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
The first carry here for Ashton Genty. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
The cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
This is Genty on 2nd. And his short game gets them a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
1st and 10 now from the 46.
Here we go.
Throwing now off the play action. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
He'll look to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. He's out in the clear. And this is going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
I know you feel the same questions I do from people as, well, do you ever have a rooting interest in the game? Or is it hard to not root for your home team or anything like that? No, the only thing we root for, to be honest, is a close game. And right now, with this kind of start, it doesn't feel like we're going to have one.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Back to the air following that pick six. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down. That is exactly what they needed, Brock. The throw that gets them stabilized after a disastrous miscue early.
You know I love when coordinators show that kind of confidence, quickly reestablishing it with his quarterback, and now he can start playing like that pick six never happened.
And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Genty from the gun, and he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Now come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Quick throw to the left is complete. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
A gain of 41 yards on the play. That's good for a Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and goal, Raiders.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Genty. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders make it a 1-score game.
Touchdown, Raiders.
They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Gray now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
1st and 10. At their own 24-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. Well, he's been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep,
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Raiders side of the field. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He gets down inside the 35-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and 10 from the 32. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Hauled in left side. And he can't escape a quick tackle after the catch. Tackles at the 20. Give him 13 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. It's a 14-7 game. We'll return to the link right after this. We're back and excited to start the second. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. First down, around with Barkley. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll work against the blitz. Chased out to his right. And he's just going to huck this one into about row C there. And some lucky fan and haul in a heck of a souvenir.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
It's been an 8-play drive, and on play number 9, now 9 is what they need on third down. Third and long, they're going to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That's one of those third down situations where you're asking an awful lot of your man to make a play to keep this drive going. Too much of a contested catch there, unable to bring it in.
Elliott connects there, and that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Bronx. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
They'll go play action. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun give here to Genty. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Brought down by Jalen Carter.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. 3rd and long for him here. Hits him on the out route. And he's down after getting this up to the 41.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Direct snap to the up man. He's going to push for it. And he's hauled down before he can pay off that gamble as their creativity is rewarded with a turnover on downs.
Well, they tried the fake, but no one was fooled. Defenders saw right through that attempt to sell that punt. Clearly, this squad did their homework this week, and they knew that was coming on 4th down.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Throwing the out route complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
63, 63, 63. Good. Set.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They go play action. Here's Hurts. He brings it in. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles make it a 16-point ball game. So he looks to and finds the big fella, and his tight end takes it in for 6.
Such a reliable weapon down in the red zone. It kind of reminds me like a point guard making an entry pass to that post player. When you trust your big people around you, and when a quarterback trusts his tight end like that, it makes a difference.
That one splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 3-possession lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. First play is going to be a give to Jency. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And goes to the hurry up here.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10. Here's a pass. Into the hands of Tucker. Complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Offense in the hurry up here. On 3rd down, Genty. And they get stuffed. He is knocked backwards on the play. That makes it 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
It's a nice running on that return. He gets it up past the 35.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Great.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. He fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. They're down to their final one in this half. Third down here. Need 8 on the play. Here he goes. Third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Raiders just about ready for this one. It's first and 10. They'll throw to begin this drive. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Reek Woolen with the INT.
Yeah, I know we're coming down the home stretch of his rookie campaign, and he's supposed to have learned from these mistakes. But it's a long season in the NFL, and that pick shows you he's still got a lot to learn.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. First and 10. Barkley off the pistol give. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
So when we come back, Brock, it's going to be second and 8, so we've reached our 2-minute warning. The Eagles with the lead here at the Link. Eight yards to go, and let's see how they approach this second down. Here's another carry for Barkley. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Cage, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
On third down, it's Hurts. Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They gain 11 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down. Toss play to Barkley. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. They go to Barkley again. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be third down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. They're going to mark this as a 24-yarder. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And the lead goes unchanged from 17.
Kate, I think it's safe to say the coach is going to probably be asked about why he kicked the field goal on third down after the game. By missing that field goal, he's going to be asked more than just one question.
It's first and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. Not deterred by that pitch. He's throwing again. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things.